Are going live. Hi, everyone. This is Jennifer Noreen. I'm here with Wes and Marie Pettie. Hi, how are you guys?
Hello.
Hi.
It feels like a Friday. I know it's not, but it's good to see both of you here. I'm so glad we have Wes. We are talking about water damage prevention and how to be proactive in the Pacific Northwest about protecting your rental properties from water damage. I know that in my own experience, I've had a house with mold and I've dealt with rotten wood and all kinds of things as a homeowner. So I'm interested to hear how you train your owners to be more, well, you do the work for them, but there's also owners out there listening that are not yet working with you. So we're sort of talking to both those sets of owners. So your current clients and also people that may want to become your owner client. So Wes, how much do you deal with water damage in the homes and units that you help manage for Safe Harbor?
Well, we're always paying close attention to water intrusion. So it's something that we keep a close eye on. From that standpoint. But we expect our residents to let us know once they see a particular problem, so we can go in there and assess where the damage might
be. And regular inspections too, and periodically. So our maintenance techs, when they go in, they're looking for any, signs of water intrusion.
So they're keeping an eye out. What are the common water problems that you have?
Well, I don't know about the word common because it's the water intrusion comes. The first thing, you got an external source, and then you could have an internal source of water damage. So depending upon what that source is, that's going to give us the direction and how we're going to look at that particular water situation.
So we have a owner of a restoration company online here with us. I'm going to bring John online. Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, great.
John, can you hear us? Oh, maybe we don't. John, can you hear us? You might have yourself muted. He can just watch us, I guess. So Wes, when you first acquire a property that you're going to manage, do you do a certain kind of inspection to look out for water damage for your owners?
But can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Yes, our goal would be to do a head-to-toe search assessment of the property, to look in every corner, look underneath all the cabinets, wherever water might be. You're looking at the interior, but you're also looking at the outside, the siding, looking for any cracks in the siding, any of the trim on the corners, making sure those are all intact. You're also looking around the windows for proper caulking, so that you don't get water intrusion on that level. You're muted.
If a home ends up with water damage, is that a costly thing to repair?
It really depends upon how fast you catch it. Now, if we take a property it's been leaking externally, you got an external source of leak and it's been going on for months, if not years, you can look at extensive damage. However, if you get a property and the water damage has just started and the water has not saturated the wood, I don't have any kind of wood deterioration, dry rot taking place, then it's very simple fix. Sometimes it's just wiping the wall down with some anti mold solution, and then it's done, as long as you stop the water problem. You're muted.
If it's actually gotten into the wood or the wall, though, don't you have to replace the wall?
Once again, it's the level of damage that we're talking about.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not so much. I mean, if it's just, wood is porous, but it's not like a sponge.
Right.
It takes wood to sit in water for a long period of time for that particular wood to be damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's just if it's a short time, the wall needs to be opened up and the wood needs to be exposed to airflow and dried out. If there's extensive water damage, then possibly a dehumidifier needs to come in there and to dry the wood out, make sure the wood is good and dry. We'll use humidity meters and water meters for that to make sure that the wood is dried out. And then once the wood is dried out, we can put it all back together and it's like it never happened.
Have you seen that more in rental homes or like individual family homes or in multi-unit properties?
Seen what?
Water damage.
Water damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Well, water damage. Once again, there's different types of water intrusion. Some of it is caused by environment.
Mm-hmm.
So it could literally be the people that actually live in the home because of how they cook, meaning the amount of humidity they put in the air.
Oh, I see.
Without opening up windows or turning on fans. And, sometimes we look behind a couch and there's a wall discolored behind the couch. Mm-hmm. Where moisture has set, and because there's no airflow behind the couch, mold is going to set there. So it's on a case by case basis. There's nothing that you can say is a given, other than if you don't take care of it, it's going to cost you.
So there's rotting of wood, and then there's mold issues. So there's moisture that causes rotting in wood, and then there's mold that causes problems probably with paint and underneath. And then there's the whole mold causing allergies, right? So is that a concern that you have to have the homes mold free before you can rent them? How does that work?
Well, there's no such thing as a mold-free home.
Mm-hmm.
Mold is literally a creation that we need in order to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it does, it literally breaks down all of the stuff that we leave on the earth, leaves and twigs and all of this stuff is consumed by mold. So it's in the air.
It's necessary, right?
Necessary, yeah. But what you don't want it is in a contained area at levels too high. So yes, we definitely don't want to have signs of mold in the house. We don't want to have that smell. We would not want to rent a house knowingly that there is a problem with that house, and that would be what we call a sick house.
Got you. So yeah, which presents health issues. So, Marie, do you have any memories or stories to tell about dealing with mold in any of the units or homes that you've managed?
It doesn't come up, people, I know it's a hot topic and everything, but in our career.
Yeah, I lived in Texas for some time, and it's a very hot topic there. Actually, they have a lot of problems with it.
And because we're in Washington State, of course, the moisture levels are high. When we come across that situation, then we're always going to mitigate it as quickly as possible, as Wes was saying. I'm trying to, as I'm talking, think of a story of mold that we had that we didn't remediate immediately. And then, of course, we have companies that's all they do is mold. So being a property management company with those resources, we're going to call them right out and have them take care of it right away, so
Sure, of course.
yeah. But I have
So,
seen, oh, go ahead.
so what do you do to protect you have, let's say you own the building, and are there measures and things that you do when you first acquire a building to prevent mold or moisture issues? Are there certain kinds of paint that you use or ways that you lay carpet that help to prevent, or is that not really the case?
No, we just, standard carpet, standard paint. We just have the residents educate the residents to let us know immediately if they see anything. That's actually a paragraph in the lease that if they see anything, it's their responsibility to let us know. And, we'll take care of it.
Makes sense. So they need to keep an eye out for it, for sure.
For sure.
So,
You're muted again.
you're muted.
So Wes, is there anything else you can share about how your role as the maintenance supervisor there, how much has mold and water damage affected your job? Do you spend a very much time dealing with that, or is it not really that big of a deal?
Well, it's a big deal if you make it a big deal. if you don't take care of it, it can become a really big deal. However, if you deal with it expeditiously, it's not a big deal. Certain those kind of molds, to my understanding, are not really high in the Northwest. Texas and that whole East Coast areas, they have high humidity. We don't have high humidity here. So we deal more with algae and those kind of things on the building. But as far as mold, that happens when we let things go. When you just let it go and you don't take care of it. So if you jump on top of it when it first occurs, or if you're constantly looking underneath your sink and looking for water drips and these things, you're not gonna have the mold issue. But if it sits for a while, you're gonna encounter mold issue, and the longer you let it sit, the more it's gonna cost you.
Yeah. So really, just residents and tenants taking care of these units as if they're their own home, right? So
exactly.
Thinking proactively about preventing water spillage, and wow, I noticed that this caulking is not doing its job anymore. I should call the property manager, right? So I think it's training people who are living in these homes to think of them as if they own them and how they can protect them, right? And also protect their health, because it's not good for anybody to be breathing mold. So it's a good thing just to have a clean home that doesn't have any water buildup or leaking, right?
Exactly. And we advise our residents, you are not bothering us if you tell us about a maintenance issue.
Right.
That
So
is
it's your job. Yep.
That is not a problem. We're literally here to protect that property, and the quicker we know something, the better we're able to take care of it and find a solution to it. But if a person just sits on it and sits on it and sits on it, and let it get out of hand, then it becomes a big deal. So
yeah, just open communication, it sounds like.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, it's not a problem for us.
Okay, well, thanks. So we're here on a Thursday afternoon discussing the topic of mold and water damage in properties, rental properties. And I'm sure this is something in a multifamily unit and a single family unit that comes up. It sounds like Safe Harbor is ahead of that. So if you're an owner and you have questions about one of your properties that they are managing, certainly you can contact Wes or Marie. Or if you're thinking about working with Safe Harbor, I'll flash the website and the phone number here down below again. They would love to speak with you. Water damage and prevention of water damage is only one of many things that they manage on behalf of the owners that they have as clients. And they're happy to walk you through the different things that they do to service their clients. So thanks, Wes. Thanks, Marie. Always good to see you. And we'll be talking again soon.
Thank you, Jennifer.